There are moments that stop the world, moments that tear through pride, cross oceans, and break the hardest face. This is the story of how one Filipino song, sung by a quiet street singer in Manila, made a proud Russian music critic fall to his knees, shaking, crying, broken, and all of it happened because of a song many people thought was too simple, too old, too small to matter. Morning in Quiapo. Jeepneys. Vendors shouting. A gentle guitar tune rises above the noise. A young Filipino busker sits on a small wooden stool. His name is Sam De La Cruz, 24 years old. Soft voice. Calm eyes. A boy who grew up singing to forget hunger, not to chase fame. Sam's guitar has cracks, his shoes are worn. But when he sings, the world around him slows down. Sam is not famous. Sam is not rich. Sam is not trained in any music school. But Sam has something people cannot fake. A quiet, honest sincerity. He plays a song Filipinos grew up hearing, Kundiman Filipino, a song of longing, a song of wounds, a song of home. People pass by, some smile, some drop coins, most don't even look. But Sam keeps singing anyway. One listener is enough. Meanwhile, across the world, a YouTube notification pops up. Viktor Malenkov, a famous Russian music vlogger, scrolls through Filipino music reactions. He scoffs. Filipino songs? Too simple, too emotional, no real depth, no real technique. His viewers laugh in the comments, agreeing. A fan messages him. Try visiting Manila. Their singers are everywhere. Victor smirks. Street singers? Even better. I need a good laugh. He books a flight. Victor wasn't coming to learn. He wasn't coming to listen. He was coming to judge, and he believed no Filipino singer, especially a street singer, could ever move a serious musician like him. Victor walks around with a camera, sunglasses, and a superiority so loud people can feel it. He stops in front of Sam. Sam is tuning his guitar. Victor chuckles. This is your legendary Filipino music? A boy with a broken guitar? Sam smiles politely. Sir, would you like to hear one song? Victor raises his camera. Go ahead, impress me. But I warn you, I do not cry, especially not from simple songs. A few people gather around, sensing tension. Sam nods, calm. I don't sing to impress you, sir, only to be honest. Victor rolls his eyes, but this line hits the crowd. Phones come out, cameras start rolling. Victor laughs loudly, making sure everyone hears. Filipino songs are weak, emotional maybe, but not powerful. They cannot move real musicians. They cannot touch real artists. They are shallow, the crowd murmurs. Someone gasps, another shakes their head. Sam gently holds his guitar. Sometimes the quietest things hit the deepest. Victor smirks again. Show me. Sing your deepest song. I bet nothing will happen. The challenge is set. Sam breathes in. The world seems to hold its breath. This was the moment when arrogance met sincerity. When noise met truth. When a quiet Filipino busker prepared to face the loudest critic of his life. Sam touches the strings, slowly, gently, like a man holding something sacred. Then he begins to sing. The street hums with the usual chaos. Jeepneys, vendors, chatter. But as Sam strums the first chord of Kundiman Filipino, everything changes. One note, one voice, and the world paused. Amateurs always sound sweet, arrogance is loud. But sincerity whispers, and whispers cut deeper than shouts. Sam's voice begins to rise, gentle vibrato weaving pain and longing into every word. This was no performance, this was a heartbeat. A nation's memory wrapped in a melody. It's just a street song, nothing serious. Don't let it touch you. But he's listening, really listening. The strings vibrate like memories. Every note tugs at nerves Victor buried decades ago. No, it can't be this strong. But it is. Arrogance cannot withstand truth. Sam's voice breaks on the final line. I don't understand. Why this hurts? He's crying. The Russian. He's actually crying. Sam continues, eyes closed, lost in the song. He didn't stop. He didn't perform for Victor. He performed for the song itself. Victor can't move. He drops to his knees on the hot Manila pavement. The camera slips from his hands. He covers his face, shaking, his fingers clutching nothing. Sweat glistening on his temples. Mouth open, trembling breaths. Victor, muttering. This is impossible. I cannot. A soft sob escapes, then a choked cry, then a full collapse. Gasps and murmurs, phones recording every second. A Filipino teen whispers to his friend. He said no song could touch him, and look at him now. The world had waited for proof. The world had doubted. And in that moment, truth spoke louder than arrogance ever could. Never underestimate the quiet power of sincerity. Sam finishes the song. A soft, lingering note floats above the street. The crowd erupts in applause. Sam opens his eyes and sees Victor on his knees. He doesn't mock, he doesn't point. He kneels beside him. Sam, soft, warm. Music speaks where pride cannot. Victor gasps for air. He looks at Sam, tears streaking his face. Victor, I judged too fast. I thought I was immune. How could one song? Sam smiles gently. Sam, sincerity doesn't need permission to touch your heart. And the crowd witnessed something unforgettable. A Filipino vendor shaking his head, whispering, "That's Kundiman." A tourist with hands clasped over her mouth. Students staring wide-eyed, recording everything. Someone in the crowd whispers into a camera, he thought he was untouchable, and now he's on his knees. Viral moments are rare, unpredictable, unstoppable, unforgettable. And this one was only beginning. Within hours, the video circulates on YouTube. Millions see Victor crying. Millions hear Sam's voice. Millions realize the song they dismissed carried decades of soul. Victor posts a short apology video. Victor, sincerely, tearful. I was wrong. Filipino music. It is real. It is powerful. And I judged without listening. Never underestimate the quiet power of sincerity. The comments explode. He cried. The song broke him. We never doubted it. But now the world sees. The world had learned the lesson Sam already lived. Greatness does not shout. Truth does not perform. Sincerity will find a way. Victor returns to his hotel room, hands shaking, heart racing. He stares at the camera, the very camera that recorded his collapse, and takes a deep breath. I was wrong. Filipino music. I judged it without respect. I thought simplicity meant weakness. But one song proved me entirely wrong. Never underestimate the quiet power of sincerity, not just in music, but in people, in culture, in hearts you think are untouchable. Back in Manila, Sam continues his daily routine. But something has changed. People stop to listen longer. Foreign journalists arrive to record him. Musicians from Japan, the US, and Russia request lessons. Kundiman ng Lahi is now on millions of playlists. Fame did not change Sam. Money did not change Sam. Because he already knew the truth. Sincerity does not chase attention. Attention chases sincerity. Sam still sits on the same street corner, strumming his guitar. Still humble, still gentle, still singing for those who are willing to listen. A small boy drops a coin into Sam's guitar case. Sam smiles, nods, and continues. One listener is enough. The boy smiles. The moral sinks in. Months later, Victor returns, without cameras, without ego. He approaches Sam quietly, humbled. Sam, may I sit with you? Of course. They sit side by side. Silence fills the street. Only the city hums around them. The day you sang, it reminded me of my mother. She used to sing something similar when I was a boy. I didn't cry because I was weak. I cried because your song unlocked something I had locked away decades ago. Sam nods. Music doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't care about pride or ego. It only enters. Victor swallows, then asks, "Teach me the song, please." Of course, but promise me one thing. What? Never underestimate the quiet power of sincerity. Victor nods. And for the first time, he listens not as a critic, but as a student of the heart. The incident becomes legendary. Music schools study the viral video. Documentaries explore Sam's life and Kundiman music. Cultural forums discuss how one man's sincerity humbled a world-famous critic. Decades later, Sam passes away peacefully at age 74. He leaves behind a world touched by his quiet honesty, not by fame or wealth. At Sam's memorial, Victor steps to the podium. He told me, never underestimate the quiet power of sincerity. And he lived those words every day. He reminded the world that music, like truth, does not need applause. It only needs a heart willing to listen. The crowd, thousands strong, rises in silent respect. Legacy is not built on fame. Legacy is built on truth, sincerity, and the courage to be authentic. Sam's song did not just move one man. It moved a world. The sun sets over Manila. Sam's guitar case sits empty, coins scattered. The streets are alive. Life moves on. In a world obsessed with loud voices, flashy talent, and quick judgment, Sam reminded us that the quiet, humble, and sincere can move mountains. Pride can collapse in a single note. Arrogance can crumble in the face of honesty. And the world will remember the moments that mattered, not because they were loud, but because they were true. So when someone doubts you, when the world laughs at what seems small, remember Sam. Remember Victor. Remember this unshakable truth. Never underestimate the quiet power of sincerity. If you want to see more stories that inspire, amaze, and remind us of the power of the human spirit, subscribe to Holistic News Expo, because the world is full of untold stories, and you won't want to miss a single one.